Last time in Marvel's Spider-Man, Kingpin has a secret, and the demons are after it. Also, Peter is very awkward when it comes to MJ. When it comes to Spider-Man Homecoming, it made the interesting and very beneficial move of not introducing its protagonist for the third time. It's well documented that Peter Parker gets bitten by a radioactive spider, gains powers, learns responsibility through the death of his Uncle Ben. Instead, when we meet Spider-Man for the first time in the film, it's actually in another movie. It's not even in his own origin movie, and he has a full spider suit. When we start this game, we are much, much deeper into the spider canon. Since I've started playing the game, MJ has made references to previous battles with the Kingpin. Peter has made references to previous fights with other villains, including an upcoming fight with the Shocker. This doesn't even mention the backpacks you find throughout the city, all of them being references to previous Spider-Man adventures. There are definitely advantages to this sort of format, and it's not limited to just not having to see Uncle Ben die again and again, learning that with great power comes great responsibility. There's also the structure that is generally shared by the first part of any given franchise. Who's the main character? What motivates them? If you have time, if you skip past that, you're able to actually get to more of the character development. That said, some of the references made me curious. At one point, MJ talks about how Peter had been stabbed. He'd been stabbed by a sword. On one hand, the references make it feel like you walked into a TV series a couple seasons in. Characters have already become veterans in their own world, and their relationships are built upon a long history that isn't going to be recapped. At the same time, however, Spider-Man has been going on for decades. Comic books depend on the idea of people being able to walk into the middle of a story. Besides, it's not like the story can't be understood. At some point in time, Peter and MJ were a thing. Now they're not. Let's see if the story will let us know why, but for now I believe the Shocker is up next.
You might have heard about the robbery at Roseman's auction house. What you probably didn't hear, but my sources confirm, is that the perpetrators were wearing masks. Horrible, demonic faces. Yet another example of the explosion in mass criminals since Spider-Man came on the scene. Let's hear your thoughts. You're on with J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah, I see your point, but Spider-Man stopped those guys today. Saying he's like them because he wears a mask isn't fair. It's like prejudice.
Wrong. Here's a little lesson in the English language, my friend. Prejudice means to prejudge someone before you know anything about them. I know all I need to about Spider-Man. He runs around causing chaos, wearing a mask so he doesn't have to answer for his shenanigans, and a flashy costume so he gets attention to feed his gigantic, insatiable ego. Now, if I'm a mentally unstable person, and I see him getting all this coverage, what am I going to do? It's called copycat behavior, people, and it's ruining New York.
Hi, Herman.
Seriously?
Oh, I guess I gotta chase him.
You're never gonna catch me.
That's what you said last time.
I don't want to hurt you. You'll just slow me down.
Wow, that's considerate. What's the money for, Herman?
Why do you care?
Actually, I don't. Just trying to make polite conversation.
I'm done talking.
But this could be so much more rewarding if we connected on an emotional level. Wait, I forgot. You don't have emotions. Come on, Herman. At least talk to me so we can make it interesting. Herman? What? You
I don't think
answer
he's
the
gonna
Shocker
talk
now?
to...
Mr. Shocker?
I don't think he's gonna talk. But that doesn't mean Peter's not gonna try. Although I wonder if I'm actually expected to catch him, or if we're expected to kind of meet up at like some specified destination. Oh, there we go. I caught him.
Now let's talk. Noted. Honestly, Herman, why are you robbing again? You know the police are watching your every move. I mean, we all know you're kind of dumb, but I didn't think you were this dumb. You must be desperate, which means you're not just stealing for yourself. You must be working with someone, or for someone. You can tell me who it is now, or make me punch it out of you later. Your choice.
This is a lot of repairs that are going to have to go to the city streets to fix up this amount of destruction.
Move!
Ah. So I also have to worry about being attacked. Although I wonder if I'll have a convenient spider sense every time that happens. Oh, yep, I do.
Like zero personality, but your suit is awesome. Can we talk design details? Maybe later.
That was a lot easier than I expected. I don't know what I should have been expecting.
Good work, Spider-Man. Did you learn anything about his motive?
I tried, but he's not very talkative. Plus, I think he hates me.
You have that effect on a lot of people.
But you love me, right, Yuri?
I tolerate you.
Wow. That might be the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
I'm not looking to be loved. I'm looking to be tolerated.
Looks like I got some free time. Maybe now's a good time to look into that mask. Oh, it's MJ. Hey, MJ. You're up late?
Just catching up on the news. Looks like you had quite an adventure with Shocker tonight.
Yeah, he was unusually combative. Anyway, thanks again for dinner. What do I owe you?
How about a favor? You still have that mask from the gallery?
Yeah. I'm actually on my way to the Feast Center now to ask Martin Lee about it.
Martin Lee? Why?
He has a degree in art history.
I was gonna
If
ask
anyone
why.
knows about the origins of that mask, he will.
Just keep me in the loop. Like I said, I think there's a bigger story here, and I plan to be the one to break it.
Sure. So I can call you, like, whenever?
Yeah, whenever, whatever.
So I guess we're talking again. Cool.
Always the first step to... I don't know. Is Spider-Man one for relationships? Most of his relationships don't quite end so well. So we got a story mission we can do, and I believe we got a side mission we can do. I'm sure if you've watched any of my videos, you know my my thought on side missions. Knock them out of the way, and then move on. Madison Square... or no. Spider-Man P.I. Alright.
Folks, I have to once again defend myself against the spurious claims from McDonald Mac Gargan, aka the Scorpion. Yes, as I fully disclosed, I bankrolled the experiment that gave him superior strength, speed, and that unsightly cyborg tail. The idea was to create an anti-Spider-Man who is not a threat and stops menaces. I had no idea he was crazy. Do you think his resume said psycho with a poisoning fetish? His lawsuit is a transparent attempt to reduce his sentence at the raft by placing the blame for his deeds on me. And that is one package J. Jonah Jameson refuses.
So he hates the hero, and in order to make a better hero, he creates a villain. Clearly a winning plan for all. Alright, who is this person?
Are you okay, ma'am?
Carmen, and I'm fine. It's my husband, Rodrigo. He's been acting weird, and I just found out he's meeting this woman.
Well, listen, I'm not the best person to help with relationship problems.
It's not like that. I think she's involved with bad people. Rodrigo might be in real trouble. He's scared, but he won't tell me anything.
I can check it out. Any idea when he's meeting her next?
Tonight, by the detox center in Greenwich.
Okay. Don't worry, Carmen. I'll find out what's going on. Detox center's not far. Carmen just sent me Rodrigo's picture. Let's see if I can find him.
Am I gonna have to match up people? Also, it looks like after Spider Cop tossed in his spider badge, he went into his own independent contracting work, helping out the citizens of the city, one at a time. Spider P.I. And there we go.
That's Rodrigo. He's really nervous. That woman doesn't seem like a girlfriend. I'll get a photo and see if Carmen recognizes her.
You better not hold anything back.
Why would I? If that picture gets
That
out, my
angle.
life's over.
Need to get it straight on.
Give me the plans and it won't. Very nice.
Nice, clear image.
Looks good. Remember, tell anyone about this, and I leak the photo.
Plans. This sounds bigger than I thought. I better follow the blackmailer and find out how big. Carmen, I'm uploading a photo to you. Does this woman look familiar?
No, I've never seen her. What were they talking about?
Sounds like she's blackmailing him. She mentioned something about plans.
My husband works security at a casino in Atlantic City.
She could be planning a heist, but I'll need more evidence before I can do anything.
Let me know if I can help.
Ah, it's one of these
All right.
missions.
I'm gonna see where she's taking the plans. I'll be in touch.
I wasn't quite expecting one of these stealth tail missions where you have to kind of maintain a certain distance from the guy you're following to be in a Spider-Man game, but I suppose it is an open world game, and this game kind of follows a lot of the open world.
Victim or an accomplice? I need a photo. No perches with a good angle on this new guy. Looks like it's the underside of the High Line.
Ah,
Perfect shot.
That's what I'm talking about. Gotta catch my train. Don't want to keep the boss waiting. Tonight's gonna be our biggest score yet.
alright, it looks like they are going to be trying to rob this casino.
I've got to follow him.
Yeah. That.
Where's he getting off? Tapping into the train system should help me follow the train's path.
This means that they don't have to worry about... Ooh. Okay, I was gonna say, like, that means they don't have to worry about,
Carmen, the blackmailer met some guy under the High Line. Sounded like he knew your husband. I'm sending you the photo.
That's Deshaun, Rodrigo's best friend from college. He went to prison years ago on a robbery charge.
Casino plans and a criminal record. Not a great combination. I need to find out who else is in on it.
If they're hitting the casino, they'll need at least a wheelman and a safecracker. I watch a lot of heist movies.
Sounds like it. I'll let you know what I find out.
So yeah, they didn't have to bother making an interior space in this train station for Spider-Man to go do around. And besides, train station, what are you gonna do? You swing in an extremely enclosed space? You're not really gonna be able to swing around the city. But this is a clever way of doing it.
End of the line.
To create a kind of like a visualization.
Wait for him to get out. He's heading for that office building.
Am I expected to go inside the office building? No, I'm probably gonna have to take a picture. From somewhere? Ah, the plans are on that board.
Can't trust him. Anyway, it's done. He's already picking up our safe credit. All right, Roman's ready and we are running late.
So sneaky.
They're on the move.
Too sneaky for them. Wow.
Now I just have to stop that car.
That guy had a really hard time getting into his vehicle. Also, it looked like they were both getting into the back seat, so I guess there are people already in it. Damn it. And left, probably. Yep. That had a really weird pause to it. And I guess that's it.
Plan falls apart. Hey Carmen, your husband's pal and his team just had their trip to beautiful Atlantic City canceled.
Thank you. I spoke to Rodrigo. That blackmail photo shows him driving the night Deshaun committed the robbery. But Rodrigo didn't know about it. He was just picking up his friend.
I've got a contact on the force. She'll help Rodrigo, especially if he'll agree to testify about the blackmail.
He will. Or else he'll be a lot more afraid of me than Deshaun. Thanks, Spider-Man.
Can you be swinging or something?
Almost morning. Mr. Lee will be here soon. I could use a snack.
Ah, we are switching back from nighttime to daytime. Only the best cell phone games inspire Spider-Man to eat a bagel through his mask.
Mr. Lee's usually in his office now.
Okay, I'm assuming Pete isn't hiding the mask on him and just has a picture of the mask, and he's actually going to be asking for somebody else. Like, if I was him, I would probably say, like, I have a friend of mine working for the Daily Bugle. They have questions about this. Don't name the friend. That way it doesn't really seem like you're implicit. Like, if you have the mask on you, then there's questions like, how did you get the mask?
Peter, can I
do for you?
I'm sorry to bother you, Mr. Lee. I have a friend, Mary Jane. She's a reporter. She's doing a story on art imports, and she found this piece.
Yeah.
She wanted an expert opinion on it, and I know you have a degree.
And this might be the first time I actually get to use it. Let's see what you have. Interesting. Where did she find it?
As someone with an English major, I understand the feeling.
Replica of an antique Chinese opera mask. I haven't seen one in years. This symbol here roughly translates to demon.
Demon?
My father read me ghost stories with that mask and symbol in it when I was young. Scared the hell out of me. Peter, listen. That mask, it could be connected to dangerous people. Mary Jane might want to find a different story.
Do you think she's in trouble?
I don't know.
I take the risk.
But now that I know her name, she might be.
Hey.
The symbol inside the mask means demon. It really spooked Mr. Lee. Never seen him like that. He even said you should drop the story.
Fat chance. Do you think Mr. Lee knows more than he's letting on?
No, I think he just had a weird flashback or something. I know his childhood was pretty traumatic.
Yeah, that makes sense. Demons, huh? Catchy name. Okay, gotta get writing. See you soon.
Well, that went about as well as I could have hoped.
Yeah, I should probably get back to writing too.
You guys holding up all right?
This moron thinks I'm going to move in with my daughter.
Hey, that'd be great.
She hasn't asked, but she's not gonna. I'm not going anywhere.
You don't know that. Nobody does.
Well, I'm not going anywhere. That's a promise.
Except for right now, I'm going to actually leave. So, sorry about breaking the promise. Bye.
Got some time to kill before Doc needs me at the lab. Let's do a little Spidey workout in the city.
But I've done everything. Oh, new side mission. I spoke too soon. Let's see where it is. Way up north. So we just did a mission in order to take the mask to the to Martin Lee. Figure out, hey, what's you got an art degree? What's going on with this mask? And then he says like, the symbol means demon. But we already know that they call themselves the demons themselves. The demons. Although I suppose this is the first time we've heard mention of Martin Lee's backstory.
Something dangerous?
Oh, it's just a story Mary Jane's investigating. Don't worry, I'll make sure she's careful.
Please tell me you two are back together.
We're talking again. Baby steps. I hope I didn't upset Mr. Lee.
He's just concerned. I was actually touched by how concerned. I knew he liked you. He admires how dedicated you are to helping others. I think you remind him of himself when he was younger. Both orphans, both so smart.
Well, the admiration's mutual. You've got a good boss, May.
I'll tell him you said so. Love you, Peter.
Ooh, that was actually some pretty sneaky exposition there.
Hello?
Peter, it's Dr. Octavius.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Lance Corporal Texidor is here for a fitting.
I totally forgot. I mean, I didn't forget. I just, I'll be there soon.
His tardiness is starting to become a pattern. Come on, Parker. You're better than this.
He's right. How did I lose track of time?
I'm still gonna do the side mission first. It's the Avengers building. But no, like a sloppier storyline would have been like, Peter, I had a very traumatic childhood, and I was orphaned just like you. But instead, we get like we get Martin worried about the mask. Then we get MJ mentioning MJ and Peter, and they talk about the trauma that Martin might have gone through as a child. Then we get Aunt May mentioning that he relates to Peter because they're both orphans. It's a drip feed of information, but it avoids that kind of like big exposition dump on the viewer, I guess. And now let's see what's going on here in the Spider-Men.
Is something wrong?
Oh, no. I just had to thank you for saving my daughter from those muggers.
When did this happen?
Just now. Busy guy like you. I guess it all blurs together, huh? Near the theater on 126 and Powell. She just called and told me.
Right. Sorry. Happy to help. I'm glad your daughter's safe. Okay, I wasn't anywhere near there. I should swing by and see what's going on.
Yeah, are there people... Oh, is this basically like the beginning of Dark Knight, in which there are Batman wannabes going around trying to do justice, but they're not rich, so they can't afford the fancy gadgets.
There's the theater, and the crime scene. I better find out what happened. Still alive. So whoever did this isn't a lethal protector. That's promising.
Sorry I missed the action. Thanks for keeping us safe, Spider-Man.
You're back already? I thought you were checking out that fire.
Right. On my way now. Which way was it again?
Last time you went that way. South.
Thanks. I got a little turned around. Someone's impersonating me. It could be the chameleon again. I've got to pick up his trail.
I can't say I know anything about the chameleon. All of my
there was a fire in this direction.
All of my Spider-Man knowledge is based entirely on the cartoon series as a kid, so that kind of limits things.
Looks like it got put out quickly.
You came back! I can't thank you enough for saving my friend from the fire. I thought she was dead.
My pleasure. Look, I want to make sure everyone's safe, but the smoke kind of got to me. Do you remember where I went next?
Sorry, I was helping my friend. I think you went back up there.
Thanks. Give your friend my best. Whoever faux Spider-Man is, he's helping people. But what he's doing is dangerous. I've got to find him.
Hey, Spidey, what'd you do with that fire extinguisher?
Fire extinguisher, huh? Wonder where he left it. My doppelganger used a fire extinguisher. Might still be around here.
Ah, there it is. Nope. I'm dodging still fire extinguishers.
He used a fire extinguisher. What type of suppressant is in this?
Yes, I know how to play this game. So this one has 3 lines. Then the last one is a little bit thicker. And this one has 3 lines, but then the left one and right one are...
ADP.
Ah, yes. Ammonium dihydrogen phosphate. I know this one.
He got fire suppressant on him. If I key my lenses to track its chemical signature, it should lead me right to Spider-Man 2.0. He's walking normally. No webs, no powers. Which makes what he's doing suicidal.
Yeah. Especially if guys show up with guns, in which there are a lot of guys with guns in the streets.
Come on.
Oh yeah, I can just use my web.
That guy looks like he's been in a fight. Maybe he knows something.
Yeah, this guy.
Come on, man, lay off. I told you everything. The deal's going down on the roof. No lie.
Right, just you stay out of trouble.
Probably gonna have to save this guy from being killed.
He's got some skills.
Where'd you learn to fight like that?
Or is this an introduction for somebody
I
else?
told you, I give up. That's gonna leave a mark. This one will need painkillers for a few days, but then he left the drugs. Seems like his intentions are good, even if his methods are nuts. The police will handle the cleanup. Counterfeit Spidey must have gone down the other fire escape. That's him. People seem to like him. Yeah, I mean me. I mean, this is weird.
My pleasure, citizens. Excuse me. I hear someone in need.
Okay, I do not talk like that. Nobody talks like that.
Let him go.
Yeah, right. We'll get even more from Mr. Fisk when we bring him your head.
Whoa, hey guys! I'm not the real Spider-Man!
Not anymore, you're not.
Wow, he gave up real quick, like. Are we gonna tag team these guys?
I've got this. Go. Miss a chance to team up with the real Spider-Man? No way.
Excellent.
You know how to fight. I'm a black belt. Chechikara Dojo. I just wanted to help. Spread the legend. Yeah, but when you dress like me, you inherit my enemies, and I've got a lot of enemies. Look out! More of them. I'll take the ones with guns. You get the rest.
Or I'll just take the ones that I happen to see. Oh. Maybe that guy with the gun.
You know, if you want to help your community, there's a feast shelter nearby. And I'm sure folks would appreciate free self-defense classes.
Good idea. Got it.
Yeah. There are a lot of guys with guns. Now, how do I get up there? At least I don't have to worry about the health bar of this other guy. Because that would be tiresome. Hahaha. Oh.
Hi, I'll finish him off.
Don't need to tell me twice.
Ah, he got one of the guys with the rocket launcher.
Man, that was intense. How do you do it?
One bruise at a time. Look, your heart's in the right place, but if you keep this up, you're gonna get killed.
Yeah, I see that now. Don't worry, I'm hanging up the suit. Spider-Man, no more.
Good call. Besides, you don't need a costume to make a difference.
Hey, that's a good line. I'll remember that.
Okay, so you don't find out who this guy is right now, but I kind of want it so that eventually you run into somebody who says at the feast shelter who says you don't need a costume to make a difference, and then you know, okay, that's the Kung Fu Spider-Man 2.0. That would be cool. In the meantime, let's head over to Otto's lab, see what's going on there.
I've always been about the truth. When I was a reporter and a newspaper I printed the truth, and now as a broadcaster, I speak it. Sometimes it hurts, but it's my responsibility to bring it to you. And the truth is, the city is not quiet, it is not peaceful, it is a disaster waiting to happen. Threats roiling under the surface, like a hungry shark just beneath the waterline. Don't let Spider-Man fool you. You are not safe. None of us are.
Well, considering they live in a city that's has its share of supervillains, I would actually have to agree with J. Jonah on that one. But probably not for the reasons that he thinks so. Okay, so we know that Otto eventually becomes Doc Ock. Is this the scene that pushes him over? Because this is going to have to happen before the E3 trailer that shows him on the raft.
How does it work? Just like a natural arm. You think of what you want it to do, and...
It's kind of interesting that I'm playing this game while at the same time also...
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
This site's been declared a safety hazard.
Stop that right now! This is highly sensitive equipment. That's it. I'm calling the mayor's office directly.
Peter Parker, how the hell are you?
Speak of the devil.
Mr. Osborn.
Oh, please. How long have we known each other? It's Mr. Mayor. It's Norman.
Norman, what do you think?
Norman Osborn is the mayor?
The grant agreement you signed has strict safety provisions. This isn't your first violation.
Those were excused.
By me. We should have confiscated this equipment long ago.
But I've had a breakthrough.
Thank you for your great service to our country. These folks will escort you to Oscorp Robotics, where you'll receive the latest in prosthetics. No charge.
This isn't about safety infractions, is it?
I'm trying to help you, Otto. You're free to continue your work in a secure environment.
At Oscorp.
You always were the smartest guy in the room.
You haven't changed a bit.
Neither of you. Hey, Peter. Harry will be coming back from Europe early next year. Maybe the two of you can start that business you always talked about. This is opportunity knocking.
If I ruin Pete's job, he'll have to work with my son. Truly, I am a great father.
Easy. They didn't take everything. Maybe we could start over.
Peter, there's no we. Without the grant from the city, I can no longer pay you. I need some time to think. If I were you, I'd look for a new job.
And thusly began the chronicles of Peter Parker and his search for a new job. That would somehow become the rest of this game. Peter Parker, part-time employee of the year. Will I have to deliver pizzas in this game?
Wish I could do something to help Doc. Maybe call Harry. Ask him to talk to his dad. No. Norman never listens to Harry. He even tried to kill funding for his research stations. Hey, one of those stations is nearby. Should see how they're doing while Harry's in Europe.
Ah, research stations.
Some way to help Doc. I'll think of something.
I believe I need to unlock research tokens, so I guess that's another side activity I can do.
Peter. Oh, Peter. Don't even know why I'm bothering to record this. Norman has neutered us, and soon the lab will be out of funds. We were on the verge of such great things. If we had just a bit more time and money, I know all the ideas in our heads would have come pouring. Wait. Ideas in our heads. My God, Peter, that's it!
I'm not. I don't think I can trust his enthusiasm on that one. Ooh, more puzzles.
Running tests on carbon nanotube biocompatibility.
Alright, so... I need to combine 2 of them. There we go. And this one has 4. And this one has those 3. And then I can throw that one in and then remove it with this one. It's just
for a direct tissue interface, but I feel
diphenyl tetrazolium bromide. Of course.
Graphene. But the structure is super unique. What is this?
Alright. So there are a lot of them in which the things are removed. So maybe it would be a good idea to look at the one over here first. Or not. Wait, I see it. Okay, so that at very least limits me to what I can use for these 2. Okay. Graphene nanolattice.
It's been nanolatticed. Wow, that's strong. Could be a great structural element for a prosthetic.
But then again, if I'm not working for Doc Ock, why am I doing these circuitry things? I guess I'm still, I still got faith. You gotta have faith.
Now, a lot of people ask me what I think of Mayor Osborn, but what matters is what you think. Let's ask our first caller. You're on with J. Jonah James.
Hi, I think Mayor Osborn's doing a terrific job. He's cleaned the city up and expanded the economy.
With all due respect to the office of mayor, the police cleaned up the city, and entrepreneurs boosted the economy. I do approve of many of the mayor's initiatives, like cracking down on quality of life crimes and reducing red tape. But I think he takes credit for a lot of things other people do. He's ambitious, which is not a bad thing. But I always say, be careful of people with agendas. We used to have a vigilant press to keep politicians honest, but it's a shadow of its former self. Now all you've really got is me.
Yes, beware people with agendas. Like, their entire programming is dedicated to not liking Spider-Man. Huh.
Harry left me a message about these before he left for Europe.
Pete, hey, I need a favor. My mom's pet project was research stations that could benefit the public. Now, I launched them, but now that I'm away, Oscorp's gonna shut them down unless they prove their value. I was hoping you could watch them. I left details in each one. Thanks, man. As long as they're here, it's like a part of my mom is, too.
Well, it's not gonna pay the bills, but it sounds like it means a lot to him. I'll do what I can to help.
Okay. So go to the place. Oh, okay.
I've got a couple stations measuring air pollution. The idea is to catch the, what's the word, contaminants before they reach toxic levels. Between you and me, I think Oscorp wants this to fail because it might show they're polluting.
The amount of polycyclic hydrocarbons in the air is way too high. And rising. If it keeps getting worse, people could die.
I must deal with those
in trouble spots, like
polycyclic
smog. I'll
carbons.
swing through them and get samples, then trace them to the source.
Nasty as they are, I gotta swing right through those clouds. For these clouds to be visible to the naked eye, the level of toxins must be up there.
I would imagine so.
And gotcha.
Yep. There we go.
I'm getting some good stuff. Well, good samples of bad stuff anyway. Got it.
I wonder if these pop up in specific locations, or if they just kind of randomly pop up as I go around.
I must be freaking these people out. What else is new? Huh. The toxin's coming from two types of cars, and a faulty smokestack. I better get photos. Best smokestack picture I ever took.
Yeah. And there are the vehicles. Two specific vehicles and a smokestack are creating all that?
Perfect.
That seems like a lot of smoke for just... But then I guess if they're just constantly driving around and that smokestack is constantly going, eventually it just builds up. Especially if nobody's doing anything about it.
Great light on that one. The Department of Environmental Protection will take it from here. Maybe I should make a green spider costume for Earth Day. Well, Harry's station just stopped a public health crisis. Oscorp's gonna have a hard time arguing it's not useful.
Spider-Man, Shocker has escaped, and now he's robbing a bank on East 31st.
What happened? I thought he was behind bars.
He was, but one of the guards just walked up to his cell and released him, then gave him his suit back.
I knew Shocker was working for someone. What did you get out of the guard?
Wish I could ask him, but he's dead. Whoever made him release Shocker didn't want any loose ends.
Damn.
Looking at the security footage, the guard was in some kind of trance. And it might have been the lighting, but it looked like his eyes were glowing.
Well, that's creepy.
Hmm.
Okay, I'll see what I can get out of Shocker when I get to the bank.
I was gonna say that I did say that fight with the Shocker seemed a little bit too easy, especially after the fight with the Kingpin. But we got stuff to do.
Hey, Pete. This lab monitors the health of marine life. And we've got a bunch of medicine on site if you need it. But the effects these diseases have, they are not something any living creature should go through.
Looks like there's a bacterial infection in the fish. I better take care of it before the food supply's contaminated. Found an antibacterial spray in the lab that should heal the fish. I just need to spray it over the water. And fast, before people start getting sick. First step, get to the docks.
Everybody knew that it was only a matter of time before Spider-Man was going to have to find himself healing sick fish. That should have really been on the back of the box.
Those barrels caused the problem. Gotta get him out of the water.
Can I hit them from a distance?
Just call me your friendly neighborhood garbage man.
Alright, it looks like I can kind of sort of hit them from a distance. Oh.
These barrels are smarter than some of the guys I usually fight.
It's not quite a clean method, but it works. Ah, there we go. That's probably closer to what I should be doing, rather than jumping in for a swim. Although, I have to admit, at the very least, it lets you swim.
Now that it's clear, this is a perfect spot to spray. If I spread it evenly, the water currents will take it far and wide. Speak English. Gotta cover a wide area.
A wide area of nearby green circles.
The fish will spread it to other fish, which is good, because there's not much for me to swing from further out.
Based on the water currents, there's another area I need to hit.
Okay, I gotta say, this is a little bit more of an involved side mission than I expected. I don't know if it's necessarily that enjoyable, but it's good for variety's sake, at the very least.
More barrels. Definitely the source of the bacteria. I'll get rid of them.
Okay, I spoke too soon.
Barrels, they don't shoot at me.
Yeah.
The downside is, I don't think these barrels appreciate my quips.
And his jokes are a barrel of laughs. They need to be appreciated.
clear to spray. Come on, fishy fishies. This is good for you.
Alright, if there's a third area after this, then it's overstayed its welcome.
I bet someone calls this into Jameson as Spider-Man, water polluter. Okay, time to find a spot to scan my finny friends and make sure they're cured.
Okay, as long as I don't have to throw more barrels.
All clean. Well, by the standards of the docks. We stopped an outbreak before it started. It'll be tough for Oscorp to argue this station isn't pulling its weight.
Excellent. Thank you for watching. If you've still got the itch for more content, why not give one of those links a try? Got some questions or comments? You can comment down below or send it on over to itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. That's itsoundedgoodonpaper@gmail.com. In the meantime, so long, folks.